Stir fry is something I really enjoy cooking at home when I'm not cooking in my restaurant. It's very simple. The whole thing is preparation, which we call mise en place, to have everything prepared and readily available at hand. So you can use any kind of meat in this. We're using some really nice, good, quality assured Borbia Irish beef. We're using the strip loin, but you can use ribeye, fillet, and also topside. Now topside will take a little bit more cooking. So I'm going to show you how to prepare the beef. You could use chicken, you could use pork, and also lamb. It's so delicious in stir fries. So just using a good sharp knife, trim off some of the fat at the end. So we're cutting just across the grain of the actual beef. So nice and thin. So don't be tempted to cut it too thick that it cooks really fast. So just cut into nice strips. Just mind your fingers when you're doing this. Now, so I have already some cut. Arrange this in the bowl. Now, wash your hands. And then we're going to make a really simple marinade. So 1 teaspoonful of corn flour. And then some really nice sesame oil. 2 of those. And the same for some dark soy sauce. 2 teaspoonfuls of that. Now, just give it a wee mix. All you're doing is really diluting the corn flour. Now the marinade will really give lots of flavour, help tenderize the meat too. So the longer you leave it, if you can leave it for a couple of hours or overnight, it's much better. You get a far better flavour. Give it a good stir to make sure all the meat is covered. Now what I would do is cover that in cling film, leave it in your fridge for as long as possible. If you can, a couple of hours or overnight. So I had some beef already marinated in the fridge. So what we're going to do is just put it into the wok. Roughly about a tablespoon of oil. And you cook off the beef and the vegetables in batches. So just arrange it. Don't throw it all in the middle. Just have it really, really high heat. This is really important. You're going to get a nice golden brown colour onto your beef. So we'll just cook this off in 2 batches. Give it a good stir. So you just keep moving the beef up the sides of the wok, because the shape of the wok really helps to conduct the heat right up the sides so it's hot and you'll get a lovely colour on your beef and your vegetables. So you're browning it all over. Now, once it's nice and brown on the outsides, you just simply put it onto a plate and a little bit more oil to cook the next batch. So be sure to get it nice and hot. That's the secret. If you start off with a cold wok, all the lovely juices in the beef will come out, so you don't want that. So the whole secret to cooking in the wok is because you get a really high heat. It cooks very, very fast, but you must have the wok hot first of all to brown off the meat. I love the smell of this toasted sesame oil. It works really well. It gives the beef lots of lovely flavour. Now, that's the second batch ready. What I'm going to do is just wipe the wok, and we're going to prepare our vegetables and get that nice and hot again. So for the vegetables, you can use any seasonal vegetables. What I've here is some yellow and red peppers. You can use green, whatever kind of vegetables, courgettes. We're using some shiitake mushrooms, and we're going to slice these nice and thinly. But you can use button mushrooms, chestnut mushrooms, whatever mushrooms you can get. We're using a big chef's knife, it's called, for slicing your vegetables. So I'm going to start off by cooking the peppers. Good drizzle of oil, because they're going to take the longest to cook. So they go in. Just hold back on the mushrooms. And then this is pak choi. This is a beautiful vegetable. Use a lot in Asian cookery. This is a favourite vegetable of mine, the pak choi. Beautiful in stir fries and can be grown in Ireland. So what you do is just cut the leaf, just right up the centre, just in half. And it gives a great bite. Now, so just give your peppers a little stir. They just take a couple of minutes because you've cut them roughly, if you go to roughly have them all uniform size, you know, roughly about the size of your finger. Then for our spring onions. So I'm going to keep some of the spring onions back to garnish, just cutting them at an angle, nice and thin. When you're doing this, curve your fingers back, and that way you won't cut yourself. So we're going to put this in with our peppers, keep some back just to garnish, sprinkle them in. In goes the shiitake mushrooms. The pak choi goes in. And just roughly about a tablespoon of water. So this keeps it nice and moist, succulent, and just saves you from using oil. Keep moving these around. With the pak choi, they'll wilt, which means they'll soften, so they will. But with your other vegetables, you want a little bit of a bite. That's the secret into stir fries. It's a very healthy way, very quick way, and of course all the goodness is a one-pan dish. So our vegetables are nearly ready. We just want to add in some ginger. So I peel the ginger just with a small knife. Just peel the skin, and we're going to grate it here. It's roughly about a tablespoon of ginger. You can use garlic, but ginger is beautiful in stir fries. And if you have any extra ginger left over when you peel it, wrap it in cling film, place it into the freezer, and then just take it out as you want to. Use it from the freezer. But don't forget to remove the cling film. Now, in goes our beef. So this is the beef we've cooked out in 2 batches. And a lovely little bit of juice that will help add to the sauce. And then some black bean sauce. And you can buy these. Most supermarkets have that. So, 3 spoonfuls of the black bean. You can always add more. You just want to coat the meat, coat the vegetables. Now, so our stir fry's ready. Looks great and smells delicious. Just switch that off. In a saucepan here, we've cooked some noodles, and these are some egg noodles. We just cooked off a little bit of salted water. Just follow the packet instructions. Drain them off, of course. All we're going to do is just get your bowl and arrange your noodles just in the center. So they're going to be the base. Just make sure they all go into the bowl. And then for our stir fry, so I'm going to pick out some of the beef and the vegetables. Lovely colour. And it should visually look really appetizing. Try and get lots of that lovely beef in there. And then just to finish it, just some of the spring onions which we kept back. So there you have it. A really quick, healthy and delicious beef and vegetable stir fry. Check out the full recipe on boardbia.ie. To make a fragrant pork and vegetable stir fry, replace the beef with pork fillet, boneless chops or steaks. Use small broccoli florets instead of the yellow pepper, and sugar snap peas instead of pak choi. Try oyster sauce instead of black bean sauce and serve with steamed rice. Did you know there are currently 36,000 producers and 122 processors and packers certified as members across all Board Bia quality assurance schemes?